everybody, this is Hornlitz here, and welcome to Let's Glitch The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. This game is one of my favorite games of all time, and it's got some really crazy glitches in it. This game is actually one of, if not the first game that I really looked at glitches for and tried performing glitches in, and it's got some really crazy ones, and I love it. I've sped around this game a lot, and I've enjoyed it, even if it's frustrating. I've enjoyed it so much, and it's just, this game's really cool, so I'm going to do a series on it. So let me just finish naming my characters, and then we can get on our merry way. So now that I've named my characters, definitely the right names. If you say they're not the right names, you're wrong. We're just going to get started with the game. So yeah, now one really nice thing about this game is that you can skip cutscenes. I don't need to do video editing magic to get rid of cutscenes. I can just press start twice and skip the cutscenes. So yeah. Now, one other thing that I want to bring up, as per usual Let's Glitch fashion, I will be doing the game 100%. I will be generally following the 100% route, but in this case, I will actually be less following the routes of, like, the 100% route, and I will more be just showing off as many glitches as I can. I know I kind of advertised in previous Let's Glitches that that's what I was going to be doing, is I was going to be showing off as many glitches as possible, but I mostly just stuck with the route and then showed off a few glitches here or there if I could. This glitch, or this game has, like, I know more about glitches in this game than I did about the other games that I've done, and pretty much any other game that there is. So I'm going to be showing off as many as I possibly can and explaining how they work, because I also know how these glitches work better than most other games. So yeah, that'll be something to look forward to. Now, unfortunately, because this is a 100% speedrun, we have to get a few things in Orden Day 1 and 2, and so there isn't really anything we can do to skip that. So yeah, we have to do a few things, unfortunately, here, one of which is goats. And goats is annoying. Or goats are annoying, I can English. So yeah, basically the way goats work is every single goat has like a bit of a hitbox or something around them, where if you enter it while you're on Epona, you can make the goat like run away from you, and then if you press A in that little hitbox, they'll like start running away rather than just kind of like walking away from you. But the thing is, that hitbox is randomly sized. It's generally about the same size. It doesn't usually vary that much, but I've seen it be like incredibly small to the point where you need to literally go right next to the goat for it to move, and it's super annoying. And one other thing about goats is also, if they're moving in the general direction towards the barn, they will move, like, they'll home in on the barn, which is really nice, but it doesn't fix it, believe me. It really doesn't. I've seen instances where goats literally, like, they'll be running right at the barn, they'll like hit the door and they'll turn around and run the other way. It's so stupid. But anyways, so now right here, I'm just going to be grabbing this blue rupee right here. I'm following a bit of a rupee route here. I'm going to be needing 30 rupees by the end of Orden Day 1 here, so that I can buy the slingshot, and there are a lot of rupees strewn about Orden. Actually, I think I went and tried one time. I managed to, like, I just went and tried to see how many rupees I could just get on my first, like, right in this instance of Orden, the first time you can go to Orden. I think I got, like, 120 or something rupees, or maybe even more, I can't remember. So it's, like, there's a ton of rupees everywhere, so it'll be no problem getting them. Now right here, we have, to get this little cradle, you can kind of throw the hawk a little bit off to the side, and it'll still work. Like, this should work right here. Yeah, right there. So it's really nice, I guess. I always thought as a kid you needed to be really precise, but no, that's not true at all. Now, whatever you do, after you get that, do not jump in the water. Seriously, I've done it before. It's awful. You have to, like, push the cradle to the edge of the water and then climb out and pick it up. But of course, the cradle has like this weirdly shaped hitbox, and so it's really hard to actually get to the edge of the water. So it's like, it's a huge time waster, and like it's annoying. Don't do it, guys. Okay, anyways, now we've got the fishing rod, hey! So, is this our first? Yeah, this is our first item. There are a bunch of items in the game, and, well, I guess we'll first show this off. There's actually, if you can jump correctly. This is like one of the hardest jumps in the game, I'm not even joking. You can jump onto this roof from the sign there, and there are 20 rupees on the ceiling here, or on the roof, I guess, if I cannot miss the rupees there. Hold on, I'm dying. Newsflash, I'm no longer dying. Okay. So anyways, at this point I just need to collect one more rupee, and then we have enough rupees, and then I need to go do fishing. But yeah, basically what I was saying earlier, I want to define basically what 100% is in this game. So basically, on the pause screen, or on the start menu, on the bottom, there are 8 little slots that have, like, I guess, collection items. You need to at least fill all of those slots. You don't need to fill everything that goes in them. So, like, for instance, the fishing journal is one of them. You don't need to catch all of the fish in the game, or all of the, like, the types of fish in the game. For 100%, because you don't actually get a reward for that. And then off to the side, there are equipment, so you need all 3 tunics, which are the Hylian, Zora tunic, and magic armor. You need both shields, which is the Orden or wooden shield, and the Hylian shield. You need both swords, which is the Orden sword, and the Master Sword. The wooden sword actually doesn't count because it gets overwritten by the Orden sword, but that's kind of irrelevant. Anyways, you also want to get all 20 hearts, obviously. You want to get all 60 pose, and you want to get everything upgraded, which all of those things that I just mentioned are also talked about, like, on the collection screen or whatever, on the start screen, so you don't actually, so that's kind of just being redundant, but I'm just saying it just to make sure I'm covering everything. And then, other than that, I mean, you need to beat all the dungeons, obviously. You need to... Actually, that's probably it. I might be missing something. But anyways, now before I forget, actually, I actually forgot this in a failed recording, I need to do something right here. I need to save. No, the episode isn't over. I need to save, though. I will continue playing, and I'll get to that save in a few episodes when I need to use it. Don't worry, it will have a use, and it's a use, all right. It's quite the thing I need to use it for. But anyways, enough about that. I'll get to that later. So now what you're supposed to do right now is you're supposed to do like slingshot training with these kids here, as well as go into your house and grab the wooden sword and do some more training. But this ain't a Let's Glitch for nothing. Let's get right in with the glitches. So, right off the bat here, or actually I guess this isn't right off the bat, we're actually quite a ways in, but anyways, I guess right off the bat at the start of the game, you can do this glitch. This is called Orden Gate Clip. So right here you can see I'm carrying this gigantic rock, which looks like the hitbox is a little desynced, or like something like that from Link's hands, but whatever. There are 2 of these rocks, the other one's right here. You can grab either one of those rocks and bring it over to the gate that's over here. The gate's closed right now. And we just need to drop this rock down in front of the gate, which I will be doing once I get there. And then we're going to be using it to, clip through the gate, or just like pass right through it, basically. So I just want to set it down. It doesn't really matter where you set it down. You just need to set it down like in front of the gate, basically. Generally to one side or the other. And then you want to go basically perpendicular and do a side hop, and that will put you inside the gate, as you can see here. And now I'm actually kind of stuck in the gate. I can't escape, really, unless I roll into the middle, and that will bonk and kind of shift my hitbox enough to push me out. Sometimes it pushes you out onto the wrong side, or onto, I guess, technically the correct side, like it did there. But if you do it correctly, which I did right there, you'll actually bonk onto the other side. So I have just clipped past that, and I can move onwards to Farron Woods. So yeah. Now, that trick is kind of annoying. It's not random, but there's so many factors that play into it. It's kind of hard to determine, or it's hard to get consistent at it, so it might as well be random for a human. So yeah, it's a bit of an annoying trick, but I will stress that it is a very easy glitch, and it works on both the GameCube and Wii versions. I'm not sure about TPHD, or the Wii U version, so I'll put an annotation, not annotation, those don't exist anymore, but I'll put like a note that says whether or not it works. And yeah, basically, if you have any version of this game, well, maybe not Twilight Princess HD, I keep forgetting, but yeah, if you have any of the original versions, you can do that glitch. It's a super easy glitch. I would recommend trying it out. It might take a few tries, but it's an easy glitch. It was actually, I think, the first glitch that I learned ever in any game. So yeah, that's fun, I guess. Now right here, I want to show a glitch off here. It's not a very useful glitch. You might be able to use it to save a second or two here or there, but it mostly just looks cool. It's called the Epona slide. Now, basically, this is only possible on the GameCube version. I'm not sure about Wii U again. But basically, Link has this animation only in the GameCube version where you can crouch down on Epona and then press A to do a backflip off. It's really cool. It works. It looks amazing in a fight, but it doesn't work in the Wii version. And it's not really actually that useful, but by pressing this button and then letting go of the R button, which does this, and then pressing A on the same frame, so letting go and pressing A on the same frame, while you're moving at full speed with Epona, you will actually dismount Epona while you're moving. So hopefully I can get it. It is frame perfect. Yeah, right there. So it just looks cool. It doesn't really have a use, but it's funky, and I like it. So yeah, now we can just move on. Did I grab the lantern? I think I did. I keep forgetting. Okay, yeah, I did. I was pretty sure I did, but you can never be too sure. Okay. Well, anyways. So one thing that I want to mention now right here is we need the lantern for a couple things in here. There are a couple of these things. I want to show you how terrible these hitboxes are. Look at how far away I'm standing from this thing. It's still lit. It still burns the thing. Like, the hitboxes for these, and this is the same for literally any spiderweb in the entire game, I'm pretty sure. The hitbox is so, like, outrageously large that you can be standing a good, like, 2 or 3 feet away from it, and it'll still work. Like, it's ridiculous. It doesn't make sense, but whatever. Not gonna complain. It makes it easier for me and for everyone. So yeah. Now, we've got to come into this cave right here. In here, there's a small key that we need to progress. There's technically a way to skip this small key, but I'll get into that later. I don't want to get into that now. But anyways, this cave has the first instance of a heart piece. We just need to light those 2 torches, and that treasure chest up there will appear, and then we can get the heart piece. But first I'm going to grab this small key, and then I'm going to go and get the heart piece. Don't hit me. Okay, good. Those keys really like hitting you when you're trying to climb up here. It's actually pretty rare that they don't. But anyways, now that we have that, so that is our first of 45. I don't know why, but a lot of people when the game came out, and even like nowadays, they complain that this game has 45 heart pieces. And the reason for that is because it actually takes 5 heart pieces to fill up to fill a new heart container rather than the usual 4. I don't know why people care. It doesn't matter. And actually, I think it's a good thing because it makes the heart piece counter in the game, or the amount of heart pieces in the game, a nice, sort of even number. It's because, Ocarina of Time had 36, that's a kind of weird number. Majora's Mask had 52. That's a weird number. But Twilight Princess has 45, it ends in a 5, it's a nice divisible by 5 number, it's great, I love it. But anyways, that's just tickling my OCD, I guess. I don't know. But anyways, or not tickling? I don't know. But anyways, right here we have something interesting. So I don't have a sword. I can't break this, right? Well, that's where you're wrong. Or where I'm wrong. Basically, you can actually have these guys break this cage for you. It's really nice. It means we don't need to get the sword. And then after that, we can just use the slingshot to kill these guys. Or at least that's one way to kill them. I am going to show you guys the other way of killing them. Oh, first I want to grab that. There we go. Which actually I could explain that. Every single time you start up, at least Twilight Princess for the GameCube and Wii, there is a rupee text that appears for anything above a green rupee. If you do a side hop into a rupee, like, and like you hit the rupee right as you first start side hopping, or backflipping, or anything really, you can actually skip that rupee text, because I guess you're airborne for too long and it just wants to give you the money. So that's nice. But anyways, right here, you might be wondering what I'm doing. Well, this is not really a glitch, technically, but a trick. So if you're pushing against these guys, they won't really attack you unless you're doing it wrong. And because of that, we can push these guys as far as we want, so long as we stay in the map. And by doing this, we can actually push this guy into Trill's shop over there. You can kind of see it. Now, the problem with this is that these guys have stupid hitboxes. They are shaped really... Well, they're shaped like a circle, and so it's really hard to move them in a consistent direction. You have to do, like, constant corrections, and it's annoying, and it's a terrible trick. But you can push this guy into the shop. Get in the shop. I swear, get in the shop, and then you can come into the shop here, and this guy will try attacking you, and you can get him to kill... I'm gonna die. It's not gonna work, but you can actually get... actually, can I get a heart from anyone? I don't have a sword, I can't do that. Yeah, well, okay, I'm not gonna do it anymore, but, basically, you can get Trill to damage and kill that Bokoblin. Ooh, another blue rupee. Don't mind if I do. Oh, right, if you kill that guy, Trill doesn't attack. Well, now I can't do it anymore. But, yeah, you can actually get Trill to kill this guy for you. And that actually has a use in a speedrun. It's the most annoying trick in the game, by far. Like, I will honestly say that. I've played this game long enough. That is the most annoying trick in the game. There are other tricks that are harder, probably, but that one's just so annoying. I hate it. Honestly, that right there is pretty much the reason I didn't start speedrunning this game when I first found out about speedrunning. It's like, it was so annoying. But anyways, yeah, that's... You don't actually need to do that. I just wanted to try and show it off. I did fail it, but, like, that just goes to show how absolutely dumb the trick is. But yeah, it's... Yeah, hopefully you got the idea about the glitch anyways. But yeah, so basically... Yeah, it's not a... Don't do that trick, honestly. Just get the slingshot. It makes your life so much easier. But yeah, now we have to start with... we have to do more goats. This time we actually have a timer, which is interesting. Now, actually, one thing that you might have noticed right at the start, Epona is actually already in the ranch. I didn't realize that as a kid. I always played the horse grass because I thought you needed to call Epona here, but no. For some reason, they automatically just move Epona to the ranch, and it makes no sense. Look at that! Look at that! Look at that goat! Look at... He literally went through the door! Good job, game! Yeah, so that's what I mean by goats are stupid. And he's got a nice little Epona slide there again. But yeah, anyways. Yeah, so as you can see, goats are really stupid. But anyways, now that we're done that, we can just get moving on. We do have to do goats once more in the run, but that's not for another, like, few episodes, at least. So I don't have to worry about that yet. But after that, we can move on to this next part. Now, real quick, I want to mention that rolling is the fastest method of movement as human, at least, outside of being on Epona. But that's why you'll see me rolling a lot. But rolls are really stupid in this game. Basically, rolls, like, by doing frame-perfect rolls, you can build up speed, but if you fail frame-perfect rolls, like, if you don't do it frame-perfectly, you lose a little bit of speed, and also, like, the slope of the ground makes a difference, and it's really stupid, and it makes going fast really hard, and it's, like, whatever. Anyways, so right here, I'm grabbing the wooden sword. I don't need to do this. This isn't actually in the route, because I did mention earlier that the wooden sword gets overwritten by the Orden sword later, but I just wanted to show that you can actually still get the wooden sword here. And this will be a bit of a spoilers for either next episode or this episode, I still haven't decided, which doesn't really help, but you can actually keep the wooden sword. You can keep the wooden sword through the entire game, if you so please. You don't need to use you don't need to use the Orden sword or the Master Sword for anything except for the final hit on Ganon. You need or Ganondorf, you need the Master Sword. But you can use the wooden sword for everything else. So if you really want to do a cool challenge run, I guess you can do wooden sword only run. And that's the only glitch that you need to do for that entire run is the... or no, you need to do 2 glitches, sorry. You need to do the Orden gate clip and one glitch that I'll get to later. But yeah, it's kind of cool that you can do that. But anyways, I want to focus real quick because I want to get something. Right there. Bam. Got that. So, as you can see, you can actually break that box while you're still chained to the, to the ground there. Normally you aren't supposed to be able to reach that far, but by doing a specific set of attacks right when the cutscene is about to start, you can actually, extend yourself far enough to break it, because I guess, as soon as the cutscene fade-out starts, it detaches you from the ground, and so you can actually, slide out further, which is kind of interesting, actually. But anyways, now right here, oops, get down there, I'm going to go over wolf movement, because now that we are a wolf, movement changes. So, basically, every few seconds, you can press A to dash, and you get a dash. It moves you faster generally. Well, actually, it always moves you faster. The max speed that it gives you depends on the area you're in, actually, but it's generally faster. There's actually one instance where it's faster to roll as human, but every other instance basically is faster to travel as wolf and do dashes. But sometimes it's still not worth it to do the wolf dashes because you'll have to transform into a wolf to do them, and it doesn't end up being worth it. So sometimes you'll still see me, rolling around as human, but a lot of times in dungeons you'll see that. But wolf movement is just generally faster, so you'll be seeing more of that. But anyways, next I want to get into a bit of tech in this game, or a technique that you can use to go a little bit faster. So basically, whenever you dash in this game as a wolf, you'll notice there's a bit of a starting animation that Link does there, where he kind of jumps forward a little bit and then starts moving fast. If you interrupt that jumping or move, that starting animation with anything, it can be a B attack, it can be getting attacked by an enemy, it can be jumping off a ledge, it can be literally anything, basically, that just interrupts the action. It will not set the timer that tells you need to wait to start another dash, so you can start another dash immediately. So, just to show this off, if I start a dash and then jump off, you'll notice I can't dash for a little bit yet. If I go back up here and then immediately dash off the ledge, I can start a dash immediately right after. And so that's just a little bit of tech that you might not notice. It ends up actually saving a fair bit of time through it in an entire speedrun of the game, because it is a longer speedrun. But it's not really a major thing, you don't need it or anything, but it's a cool little piece of tech that you can use. Now right here, there's a bit of a trick that we can do. It's not really a glitch, but basically, if you see these little, black stairs, I guess, they're supposed to be, rotten, or not rotten, this is stone, but I don't know, they're broken stairs. When you jump towards them, they're supposed to fall down, and then you're supposed to hit a mid-to-text trigger down there. But you can actually skip that mid-to-text trigger by angling yourself correctly, and you don't need to actually set this up, you can just kind of do it quickly, but by setting this up, wow, I failed it, amazing. Well, as you can see, there is a text trigger how did that fail? I honestly don't know how that failed. Okay, you can die now. Thank you for giving me a heart that you stole from me. Anyways, basically, I'll try showing it off again, but it's kind of pointless at this point. But yeah, if you angle yourself right, you can jump here and land on the stairs rather than in the water. That jumps past the mid-to-text trigger, and then when you run up to the edge here, you can press the Z button and start the mid-to-jumps anyways, and there's absolutely no difference. So yeah, let's just get on with our run now. So yeah, now, this room right here is really annoying. It's not super annoying right now, but we have to come through this room later on during the Midna's Desperate Hour sequence, and it's so much more annoying because of these ropes. These ropes, their hitboxes are so bad, and it's hard to get on them. But anyways, oops, don't pause. So at this point, we just need to get up onto the rooftops now. I'm going to try and get something here. Okay, I actually got it there. It was a little bit hard to see. I'll probably get it again. And actually, there's another thing that I can do right here. Okay, I failed it. Right there where there's a midna text trigger, right after you skip the cutscene at the start, you can actually press the A button and do a jump attack out of the midna trigger, but it's a 1-frame trick. You only have 1 frame to jump out, and this game runs at 30 frames per second, so you have 1/30th of a second to actually get that. So, yeah, that's nice. Not really, it's really annoying. So that's one theme of time savers in this game, is that there are so many time savers that are just 1-frame tricks. And it's so dumb. We've actually got another one here, and this is actually another instance of the one that I got earlier there. Right there, as you can see, you may not have noticed anything differently, but normally when you're doing a midna jump, or like one of those midna long jump things, you have to wait a little bit before you can actually get the first jump. But if midna has text right before the first jump that you have to do, there actually is an instance where, or there's 1 frame where you can jump and like do an early jump, and it saves like a second each time you do it, sometimes more. And it's so annoying because it's just more time savers that are 1-frame tricks, and it's not like there are any visual cues that you can really use for them, so they're basically impossible to do. And it's really dumb. But anyways, now that we're done with that, we can just get going here, and I guess I've decided that the glitch that I wanted to show off, the other glitch that will be required for wooden sword only runs, I'll be doing in the next episode, because I see we're already at like 26 minutes. So yeah, I will be ending the episode here. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked it, click the like button. If you didn't, fine, click the dislike button. Follow me on all of the links in the description, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye!